So first of all, I consider let the age of any be X years. Okay, this is the optional part, optional from NCERT book, and the exercise is 3.7, pair of linear equations in two variables. Let the age of any be X years and the age of Biju be Y years. Okay. Now case number 1. Again I read this one. The age of two friends Annie and Biju differ by 3 years. So that means Y is greater than X, na? Y is greater than X. Biju is greater than N. So according to the question given, Y minus X is equal to 3. Since age of Annie's father is equal to 2 times age of Annie, so you can write now the Annie's father is equal to twice X, as X is the age of Annie, isn't it? So also write this one. The age of Annie's father is equal to twice X years. And Biju's sister, age of Biju's sister is equal to half of age of Biju. This is given in your question. Okay. So age of Biju's sister, write it, Biju's sister is equal to half of Y. That is Y by 2 years. Now according to the second condition, I write the case number 2. Case number 2, okay? Second case. That is Yx minus Y by 2 is equal to 30. This is given in your question. The age of Kathy and Dharam differ by 30 years. Okay? So make an LCM here. 4x minus y is equal to 30. 30 into 2, that is equal to 60. This is 60. Number 2, first one is 1. Y minus x is equal to 1. Y minus x is equal to 3 is the equation number 1, and this is 4x minus y is equal to 60, the second equation. So adding 1 and 2, obviously we will add, because the coefficient of y in the first equation is 1, and in the second equation the coefficient of y is minus 1. So better you add both of them, 1 plus 2. Y is cancelled, 4x minus x is equal to 3x, and right side 60 plus 3, that is 63. Okay. So x is equal to 21. X is equal to 20. Now put it in any comfortable equation. There are two equations. Obviously one is better. So from the equation 1 we have y minus x. X is equal to 21. That is equal to 3. So getting y is equal to 21 plus 3 is equal to 24. Okay. These are the results actually. The age of Annie's father, the age of Annie is x. You can write x is equal to 21. So final conclusion, the age of Annie is equal to 21 years. 21 years. And the age of Biju is equal to y years. Y is here 24. So 24 years. This is the result. Have you written?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Have you written?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So go to the next page. I want to
Yes, sir.
Third question. Okay. A train covered a certain distance at a uniform speed. If the train would have been 10 km per hour faster, it would have taken 2 hours less than the scheduled time. Second condition, and if the train were slower by 10 km per hour, it would have taken 3 hours more than the scheduled time. Full stop. Find the distance covered by the train. So obviously you have to consider the actual speed of the train. So first of all we consider let the actual speed of the train be x kmph, and the actual time taken, obviously you have to take the time also, and the actual time, the y hours, okay, y hours. And you know, in class 9 standard you got the formula of distance in physics. Distance is equal to speed into time. You got it in physics. So first condition, case number 1. So what is the case? I again read this one. If the train would have been 10 km per hour faster, that means x plus 10. Faster, it would have taken 2 hours less than the scheduled time. That means the time will be 2 hours less, so y minus 2. So y minus 2 into x plus 10, this is the speed into time, and will be equal to distance. Now this is on the other hand, x kilometer was the actual speed and y is the actual time. So xy. So xy is equal to x plus 10 into y minus 2. You may calculate here, just multiply, normal multiplication, xy minus 2x plus 10y minus 20, 10y minus 20 is equal to x. So from both sides you can cancel xy. So only getting 2x minus 10y plus 20 is equal to 0. You can cancel 2 also, but I shall cancel after observing the other equations. Case number 2. Again read the condition. And if the train were slower by 10 km per hour, it would have taken 3 hours more than the scheduled time. Okay, that means x minus 10. Again x minus 10 into time is 3 hours more. So y plus 3, that is equal to originally x into 1. Okay. So again you calculate, you will find here xy on the left, xy plus 3x minus 10y, 3 into 10, that is minus 30 is equal to xy. From both sides you cancel xy and getting 3x minus 10y is equal to 30. Okay, minus 30, okay, right? Minus 30 is equal to 0. This is equal to number 2. You may use the elimination method, you may use the substitution method. Better I do another method. This is cross multiplication method. Okay, so using the cross multiplication method, we have first of all you write the variables x, y, and constant. Place of constant you write only 1. So I write the actually the except the x, you will have to write the coefficient of y and the constants. I write it here. Okay, first coefficient is minus 10, second will be minus 10 again, and the constants are 20 and minus 30, isn't it? Here is it, 20 and minus 30. So write 20, and minus 30. And when you are calculating for y, you leave the coefficients of y and write only the coefficients of x and the constant. Here the coefficients of x are 2 and 3, isn't it? Here it is 2 and 3. So write 2 and 3, and constants as usual 2 and 3. Obviously for calculating y, you will write this 2 and 3 on right. Okay, 2 and 3. So on left only you have to write the coefficients of x. Okay, I write the coefficients of x. This is 20 and minus 30. 20 and minus 30, minus 30, 20 and minus 30. So if you multiply the equation by 10, and for calculating the constant, how much we get here? This is 2 and 3, 2 and 3. So only the coefficients of x and y. Here it is 2, 3, and the y, that is minus 10 and 10. Minus 10 and minus 10. Here it is minus 10 and minus 10. So there is a cross multiplication. This is the cross multiplication method. Just multiply in crossing. So getting x upon, this will be 300. 300 minus of minus 10 into 20, that is plus 200, and y upon is 20 into 3, that is 60, and minus of minus 30 into 2, that is plus 60, and 1 divided by 3 into minus 10, minus 20, minus of minus 3 into 10, that is equal to plus 30. So here x upon 500 is equal to y upon 60 plus 60, 120, and 1 upon minus 20 plus 30, that is equal to 10. So equate first and third, next second and third. Okay. So x divided by 500 is equal to 1 by 10. So here you are getting x is equal to 500 by 10, that is 50. And from second and third, y by 120 is equal to 1 upon 10. So y is equal to 120 by 10, that is only 12. Okay. So you are getting x is equal to 50 and y is equal to 12. What is x? X is the actual speed of the train. Okay. So actual speed of the train is 50 km per hour. 50 kmph. 50 km per hour. And what is y? Y is the actual time taken by the train. Y hours. So y is equal to 12. So 12 hours are taken. 12 hours is taken to cover the total distance by the train. Now you have to find out the distance covered. Okay. So right, this is asked in your question. So distance covered, you know the distance is equal to 15 to 12, that is the speed into, this is written here, speed into time. So speed is here 50 into 12, that is equal to 15 to 12, 1 minute please. 1 minute. 50 into 12. 50 into 12. So 600 kilometers. This is the answer. That first. Have you written?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So do the question number 4. The students of a class are made to stand in rows. If 3 students are extra in row, there would be 1 row less. Okay. Second condition, if 3 students are less in a row, there would be 2 rows more. Find the number of students in the class. First of all, you consider the number of students in the class. Okay. So let the number of students, this is also an important question, students be x, and the number of rows, obviously the number of rows be y. Okay. So if x students and y rows are there, then the total number of students will be, if no row is left out, so x into y, total number of students will be x into y. Number of each row, we consider the number of students as x and number of rows is equal to y. So number of each row contains the number of students divided by number of rows, isn't it? Since there are y rows, total number of rows is y and total number of students is x. In each row, how many students will stand? That means x by y. This is the main factor, x by y. Now, read the first condition. Case number 1. I read this one. Case number 1 is if 3 students are extra in a row, there would be 1 row less. Okay, that means x by y plus 3. If 3 students are extra in a row, there would be 1 row less. That means total rows is y, so that will be y minus 1, isn't it? Y minus 1. And total students is, if you multiply these, you will get the total students, and total students is always constant. This is x. So x. So x by y plus 3 whole into y minus 1 is equal to x. You may calculate here, multiply it. So x minus y is cancelled, x minus x by y plus 3y, normal distribution law, minus 3 is equal to x. So here you are getting x is cancelled from both sides. This x is cancelled from both sides. So minus x by y, or if you can multiply both sides by minus sign also. So x by y minus 3y plus 3 is equal to 0. Say this is number 1. And next, case number 2. Okay. Case number 2. What is the case number 2? I read this one again. If 3 students are less in a row, there would be 2 rows more. That means x by y, this is original case, x by y minus 3. 3 students less. If 3 students are less in a row, there will be 2 rows more. Total number of rows is y, y plus, then it will be y plus 2. And total students is always constant, this is x. Number of students cannot be changed. So it is to multiply. After multiplication, you will have, that is y is cancelled. So this x and plus twice x divided by y minus 3y minus 3 into 2, that is minus 6 is equal to, from both sides you cancel x and we will get these x is cancelled from both sides. Okay, so getting here 2x by y and this is minus 3y minus 6 is equal to 0. This is equation number 2. Okay, now we shall find out the values of x and y from these two equations. So since there is in the first equation there is x by y, also in the second equation also x by y, better you substitute this x by y by any variable. We consider, I change the color. Let x by y is equal to say p. Okay, x by y is equal to p. Now substitute in 1. So what will it be? P minus 3y is plus 3 is equal to 0. This is put in this first equation, x by y. In place of x by y, put p. So p minus 3y plus 3 is equal to 0. And second equation, okay, you multiply, okay, the second equation, what will be the second equation? Second equation is 2 times of x by y minus 3y minus 6 is equal to 0. And x by y is equal to p. So it will be twice p minus 3y minus 6 is equal to 0. And mark it say equation number 4 and previous one. And watch carefully, the coefficients of y in both the equations is minus 3 and minus 3. So you have to subtract, obviously. Subtract and you will get here. Better I write this one, I guess. Okay. 2p minus 3y plus 3 is equal to 0. And this is twice p minus 3y minus 6 is equal to 0. After subtraction, this twice p, 1 minute please, this is p, sorry, this is p. It will not be cancelled. This will not be cancelled. So this twice p is as usual. 3y is cancelled because the signs are changed now. This is minus, this one is plus, and this is plus. Okay. So p minus 2p is equal to minus p, and 3 plus 6 is equal to plus 9 is equal to 0. So you are getting here P is equal to 9. P is equal to 9. What is P? What is P? P is equal to x upon y. So you can write it here. X upon y is equal to 9, or x is equal to 9y. Okay, write it later. Before that, you have to find out y also. So how will you find the y? Just put the value of P in any one of the equations of 3 and 4. We prefer 3. Okay, 3. So P is equal, what is P? P is equal to 9. Put it here, 9 minus 3y plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay. So 9 plus 3 is equal to 12. So 3y is equal to 12. So getting here y is equal to 4. Y is equal to 4. Say this equation is 5 and this is say 6. And using 6 in 5, so you will get the value of x. So from 5, x upon y is equal to, just found, this is 4. 4 is equal to 9. So getting x is equal to 4 9 36. So x is equal to 36 and y is equal to 4. What is x? What is x? The number of students is x and the total number of rows is y. So number of students is your x is equal to 36 and number of the rows is this is y is equal to 4. And the result, one thing is, it is also asked to find the total number of students in the class. Total number of students in the class. So since you have to find out the total number of students, and that means total number of students, I want to write this in right side, in this corner, in this one. What will be the total number of students? This is x1, na? The number of students in the class. The number of students in the class is total number of rows and the number of students in each row, that is x into y. So x is here 36 and y is 4. So 4 36 144. And the result.
তার না সাউন্ড আসছে না।
Yes. Hello.
এখন ঠিক আছে।
Have you written?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean,
Sir, attendance.
Oh, yes. I should say. But before that, I start the question number 5. What is the question? In a triangle, I should say. In a triangle ABC, angle C is equal to, the information are like this. Angle C is equal to 3 times of angle B and this is equal to 2 times of angle A plus angle B. This is given. Okay, this is given. And this is the right angle, any triangle, arbitrary triangle ABC. ABC, again I read. In the triangle ABC, angle C is equal to 3 times of angle B is equal to twice of angle A plus angle B. Find the 3 angles. You have to find out A, B, C separately. Very simple. Since this is a triangle, so sum of all the interior angles is equal to 180 degrees. So we can write angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, 180. Mark it 1. And the conditions are given. Angle C is equal to 3 times of angle B is equal to 2 times of angle A plus B. Also, you mark it, say, equation number 2. First equation has the sum of all the interior angles. Now, from this, you have to eliminate the variables which you want to use now. right? From 1 and 2, we have angle A plus B, angle A plus angle B, and this C can be replaced by 3 times of angle B. So right, 3 times of angle B or anything else. 3 times of angle B will not be suitable. Angle A plus angle B, angle C is equal to 2 times of A plus B. That will be better. 2 times of angle A plus angle B, and this is equal to 108. So it is 1 time of angle A plus angle B. This is 2 times of angle A plus angle B. That means 3 times of angle A plus angle B. Okay, this is equal to 180. So from here you can write angle A plus angle B. 180 divided by 3, that is 60. This is the 18. 60. Okay. So this, okay. A plus B is equal to 60. Mark it equation number 3. Equation number 3. Also using 2 in 1. 2 in 1. This is angle A plus angle B, angle A plus angle B, and this is plus C. Plus C is replaced by 3 times of angle B. So 3 times of angle B is equal to 180 again. So angle A plus 4 times of angle B is equal to 180. Okay, this is number 4. Now you see, this is angle A, this one is also angle A. So if you subtract, angle will be vanished from this system. So equation number 4 minus equation number 3. Okay. So we are getting angle A is cancelled. 4B minus B is equal to thrice B, thrice angle B, and 180 minus 60, that is 120, and getting angle B is equal to 120 by 3 4 12. So that means 40 degree. So angle B is equal to 40 degree. So what is angle? That means from these very beginning condition, here angle C is equal to, change color, angle C is equal to 3 times of angle B. What is angle B? Angle B is equal to 40 degree. So this is 3 4 12, 120 degree. So angle C is equal to 120 degree. Next you have to find out the angle A. So put it in equation number 3. Okay. So angle A plus B. What is B? B is just found 40 degree. Plus 40 degree is equal to 60 degree. Therefore angle A is equal to 60 minus 40, that is equal to 20. Hence the results, angle C is equal to 120 degree, angle B is equal to 40 degree, and finally angle A is equal to 20 degree. Hence the results. Right, first